Hello everyone and welcome back to Calmlands. This is the multiplayer co-op with Nordic Farming and we've reached episode number 80. What a milestone. And since last time, our automated workers, our auto drivers and course players have harvested all the barley from Cowman Field. We set them off last time and we did get the drone out and have a little look at how they were harvesting. They have completed it and we also set off some of our balers. So we've got a rather large array of bales out there, and these are being automatically picked up and taken to our bale unload spot. So that is good news, some good progress. We still have some straw in Arrow Down, which Nordic and I need to get to. So the balers are here and waiting, but South Bank Field is now ready to harvest. It has canola in it, so that is going to be our next point of attention. But today, Nordic and I have something a little bit different planned. We have been contacted by a local dealership, and they have some funky and swanky new harvesters for us to trial. And these are the swanky new harvesters to trial. I admit they do not look like harvesters, but they are in fact the wide span vehicle system. And they operate like a tractor, but they have a central unit here where a harvesting unit goes, and then you attach a header to it and it becomes a harvester, and it completely unfolds and changes the direction. And it looks like they have the harvesting units on the trucks here. Wow, they are quite mighty, and they've bought some rather nice black Mack trucks to haul all this equipment down to South Bank Field for us. So I think Nordic and I are going to hop in these, take them down to South Bank and see if we can give these a good run around for the canola harvest in South Bank Field. Come on, Nordic. Let's get to it. Right, we can go. Nordic is in the tractor to the right of me, and let's see how this operates. It is very peculiar. The rear wheels turn and the front wheels turn. Have to be quite careful of the width. Really have to allow enough turning space, but it is quite funky how it operates. I don't think you could operate this on a small lane, if I'm honest. There we go, we have managed to take that tight bend. So we've got the beacons on. Let's head on down to South Bank, and I think we'll have quite a bit of equipment to unload. But yeah, let's take a look in the cab actually, because it is quite modern and quite smart. And I imagine it's probably a bit easier to drive this vehicle in cockpit because you're not seeing what corners you're cutting, so that is a bit of a bonus. Aha, looks like we have some bales in Pig Farm Field as well. They are being cleared by our auto workers. But over the crest of the hill, down towards the bottom, we can see South Bank, which is our biggest field. And look forward to doing a harvest in something slightly different. And I think in the distance I can see around the corner comes one of our auto drivers. I'm just going to get out of his way because no doubt we will cause a major accident otherwise. There we go, back on track. And we've sent down some of our tractors with the headers. We are reusing the headers from the New Holland harvester, so that is interesting. Right, I don't know where the best place to go is. I'm going to turn around here and we will do a bit of an unfold. In fact, I probably could have just unfolded this machine. That would have made my life a lot easier. But we'll head on up this way and push the magic button, and we should see the whole thing rotate. There we go. It is unfolding. How strange. It's almost like a vehicle from another planet. And yes, it has turned me the other way, so that is fun and games. But I will probably turn it back this way so we can actually set off into the field. And actually maybe we'll back up into Pig Farm Field. We're not using that, so that keeps it out of the way. There we go. Right, let's wait for the trucks to arrive. Oh, I have spoken too soon. They have indeed arrived, so let's hop in one of the trucks and get it unloaded. I'll probably try and pitch it up in front of it. If you mind just hopping out and I will take over. There we go. We are in the Mack truck. Nordic is in a Mack truck as well. And we want to be the other direction. Yep, the way that Nordic is turning. Because we need to unload these behemoths. And you might notice that there are some arms on the trailer, which has this unit on top of it. And that is because it is going to basically be like an IT runner and unload the unit, which is very interesting. So again, magic button. Oh, we cannot unfold it. Which one am I pressing? No, I just need to make sure I've got the trailer selected. There we go, and we can unfold this unit here. Wow, this is very high-tech equipment. We are not used to this so much on Calm Farm. But let's detach it. There we go. Now we can fold the arms up again. There we go. That is actually unattached now. And we can fold in the arms. Nordic is moving the tractors out of the way that we used to cart the headers. And there we go. The arms are folded in so we can drive off. Move this truck and trailer out of the way. Oh, we are holding up one of the bale workers. Now, we don't want to be holding them for too long because we are paying them after all. Right, let's hop in the harvesters again. The wide span vehicle system. Bit of a mouthful that, but yes, here we go. Let's hop up. Fantastic. Right, and we want to move forward and pick up this system. I think our impatient worker has decided he's not going to wait any longer and has decided to go past. I do not blame him. And we should just be able to move up. There we go. And pick up this system. There we go. It is attached. Fantastic. So we move on forward again. And pick up this header. And it's actually quite a nice contrast colour. Black and yellow together. There we go. Cool. Right. We have our wide span vehicle system up and running. That is cool. Right, I think we need to get GPS enabled and set the width accordingly, and probably set a harvesting track for the field. Nordic is kindly just setting up a GPS route for us, but whilst we wait we can have a look at the auger pipe that comes out to this side there, so that is very interesting. Right, I think we also probably need to unfold this harvester if I'm not mistaken. There we go, yes, we need to open the hatch. That is the hopper, effectively, where all of the grain gets collected. Right, let's manoeuvre and get the GPS activated. And oh dear, I have forgotten to fold in the trailer element of the header. That is not good. Right, I think Nordic is setting the lines of the GPS and then we'll be underway. Okay then, we've got GPS set. Nordic is off and away. We will be off and away as well. We're not going to have straw as byproduct from the canola, but that's alright because our balers are probably overworked. There we go. We are harvesting with the wide span vehicle system. How cool is this? Very high tech. Oh, bit of multiplayer server lag there, but not to worry. Fairly decent working speed, and this just looks so interesting. It's completely unlike any other harvester, any conventional harvester. This is the future harvester. Wow. Well, that's enough. Nordic and I are going to get into the harvest and give these harvesters a fair good trial, and we'll see you when we're done. And there we go, Nordic has spun round and collected up the last bit of canola. Boy oh boy, that was a behemoth job, but Nordic and I have muddled our way through it, and in all honesty, it's actually been fairly efficient, although it's taken a long period of time because this is the smaller width header from the New Holland, and Nordic and I are kind of used to the header on the Lizard Colossus, which is quite a bit wider, and we're not sure whether that larger header would have worked on here. It does say that it needs to be 13 meters for this wide span vehicle system, but yep, it has been good to prove it with the correct header width of 13 meters. And overall, I'd say it's a very cool piece of kit. It of course has some pros and cons. I'd say pros, it's quite manoeuvrable considering its shape and orientation. It seems to turn quite well. You can, on tight rows, turn around 180 degrees quite tightly. And it certainly looks very good. The cab is offset, so when you are in cab view, you can line up for rows pretty well, and you're only looking sort of to the left-hand side of the header to line up with the left-hand edge of the crop. So it is pretty good in that regard. A couple of cons are that because it's very wide and it's got a sort of wide turning span, it does have a bit of a GPS wiggle when you're trying to line up, but that's not too much of a problem. Right, I am trying to unload the trailer component, or unfold the trailer component of the header. There we go, that is there, so we can detach that. Perfect. And then I think what we can do is, yes, fold up the harvester component of this and deposit it there, just like Nordic has done so. Fantastic. We can reverse back and fold up the wide span system. Yes, it is unlike any other piece of equipment I've ever used on Farming Simulator, so it's got a tick from my perspective. It takes a bit of getting used to. It's very high tech and very different to a conventional harvester, but yep, very, very cool and worthwhile a go. Right, I think we're just going to put this onto the road and ask one of the chaps from the dealership to come and take this back. There they go. See you later. Watch out for those tight bends. We will hop in the Mack truck. And of course, another con is that the harvesting unit has to be detached from the wide span vehicle system in order for it to fold up and drive in a line. I'm not quite sure of the reason for that. It seems a little bit odd because it is mounted to the unit and the wheels look to be, you know, free to fold up even though the harvesting unit is attached. So I think potentially even with this big chunky thing to my left attached, it should still, you know, be able to fold up its wheels. Right, we are locked in, so let's get that attached, switch component and lift this on to the trailer bed. So the con or the negative from that is that you have to have additional pieces of equipment such as this truck and trailer to be able to haul the equipment around to where you need it to be. And yes, without the ability of the wide span vehicle unit able to cart it itself, you know, you're not going to be able to get from A to B when it's in that wide unfolded mode. Au revoir, see you later. And I think Nordic is just dragging that header back. We will hop in the Schluter and grab the other one. Fair to say that ideally we would have had the Lizard Colossuses harvesting that field, but we wanted to try something new, and it has left a rather mesmerising pattern on South Bank Field in terms of all the chopped stalks, which is very interesting to see. Right, let's loop round here, attach up to the header and get back. Of course, the autodrivers have been doing a fantastic job with all the canola carting. It will be interesting to see how much we have got. So, just looking at the farm silo, it looks like we've got 617,834 litres of canola. What a haul! Okay, so we are in the tractors and balers. Nordic and I are going to head over to Arrowdown, where the straw still remains in that field, and we're going to get it baled up. And after we've baled, I think we'll get our bale collecting worker to come and take the straw bales to the bale drop-off point. And the friends from the dealership who lent us the wide span vehicle system have taken that back to the dealership now, and it's all been returned. Nordic and I did get on very well with it, but I'm not sure whether we will use it to replace any of our existing equipment. We will have to see in the future. But I have seen that there's potentially opportunity for that system to have additional stuff, more than just a harvester. So could look to have a drill or a planter or other types of equipment attached to it, and that will increase its versatility. So yeah, we will keep an eye out and see if it's worthwhile getting in the future. North wall field to the right, which I think has got soybeans in. That's looking pretty good, but a couple of months away from being ready yet. And here we are at Arrowdown. I don't think it's the starting position we started the harvesting from, but nonetheless we will get stuck in. I think we'll probably go this way, get unfolded, switched on and lowered away, and we are going to be using the GPS track from the harvesting we did, so when we break into the rows it will be nice and easy to follow the straw swath. Right, we're going to get this all baled up, hopefully fairly quickly, hopefully quicker than our harvesting this morning, that's for sure. And just like that, Nordic and I have finished baling. So we can switch off, unload the baler, There we go. Oh, I think we had a 93% full bale there. That's a shame, but we are definitely going to have more fields to bale. That is for sure. And our worker has been busy coming to collect the bales, but just look at that sea of bales. It is absolutely massive. And yeah, we were literally pooping out the bales in that process because the straw swaths were very thick. But there we go. That is it for today. It has been a busy one trying out the wide span vehicle system on the canola harvest in South Bank. And then we got all the bales baled up in Arrowdown. I think next time we are going to have to get Grassy Knoll mowed. And I think that'll be some courseplay workers doing that task. And then Nordic and I will see what we can get up to. We can get onto some more field prep or some drilling. But I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, remember to drop a like and subscribe. Check out Nordic's channel for his perspective of today's session. And if you've got any tips, tricks, or things you'd like us to do, feel free to leave a comment. All I have to say is, hope to see you again next time on Calmlands. And until then, see you then. Cheers all. Bye bye.